Hey, what's up, people? This is SiTHFuRioN, and right now, man, I'm really excited. Episode 19 of Season 5 of Vikings. This episode is literally called What Happens in the Cave. So hopefully we're going to find out what's going to happen with Floki. Is he going to see the gods there? Like, I don't know, man. Like, his faith has been kind of tested lately with the settlement and everything, and I don't know what he's going to find in there, man. I really, really don't. And after last week as well, with everything to do with Ragnar and Lagertha, like, Floki's up there with one of those people who had a real connection to Ragnar. So I don't know if there's going to be something in the cave to do with Ragnar, if he's going to hear like Ragnar's voice, and you know, I don't know, but I don't think it's going to go well for him. I really don't. I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, he might end up having like a load of visions and kind of like reinstall his faith in the gods and everything. So I don't know, man. The other big thing is Judith. She has cancer now. I honestly think her time as a character is kind of coming to an end now. Like, we don't really want Judith to kind of turn into like a new Cersei. How like she's so protective over her son who's a king, and she's willing to like do anything and in a way kind of like manipulate him to make choices and everything. We don't want that. I think Judith's time is coming to an end. I think she will probably like, with the way that this show is with time jumps, like, I think she might die at like some point, maybe this episode or episode 20. I don't know. Like I said, with this show and time jumps, like they might keep her in for like the next 2 episodes, and then as we jump into season 6, have like another time jump and she's gone. She died, like, you know, died off camera, like. But kind of staying focused on like Alfred and his storyline. Uber has got himself into a one-on-one combat match battle with somebody who doesn't want to settle. He wants to go and raid. Like, I did say like last week about how like it might be a bit spoilerish that like nothing's really going to happen to him, because, you know, I'm pretty sure I've seen him raiding against Kattegat with Bjorn and everyone, so of course nothing's going to happen to him. But a few of you have commented like, no, that was Fitzek. Like, of course I know the difference, but like some of you was like, no, we haven't seen Uber attacking Kattegat. So I don't know, that kind of like makes this potential battle a bit more, makes it a little bit more uncertain about his fate, if you know what I mean. And I don't want nothing to happen to Uber. I really don't. Like, out of all of Ragnar's sons, he's the one that seems the most like Ragnar to me. Just need to sort out his hair, because like the actor's hair is so short on top, and you can tell that they've just like put the extension of like the back piece on, and it just, I don't know, it just don't work right, man. It's like, kid, grow your hair a bit more, man, like, so it looks more natural. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I really don't know what to expect going into this episode. As it's called What Happens in the Cave, I'm pretty sure it's going to focus very heavily on Floki, and then, like, of course they'll have to cut away to other stuff. But then again, how funny would it be if it was just Floki the whole episode of him wandering through the caves? And no, I think they will like cut back to him ever so often, but I think we'll be focusing more on setting up the finale, like kind of like moving chess pieces into play, like setting it up for the finale. Like, this is what's going to happen, big battle. Of course, Fitzek and his God, what was his name? The guy who he thinks is Buddha. Is it Olaf? King Olaf? They're heading to Kattegat. Bjorn and Howard Finehead, they're heading back to Kattegat now. So, oh man, how cool is it going to be if Bjorn and fucking Fitzek kind of meet up, and it's like, man, like, let's go together. It's going to happen, but, oh man, I hope it's this episode. Alright, we're going to get into this. Let's do this, man. Straight off with some Floki. So I really wonder, like, if we're going to get some like real feels type of things happening. You know, maybe we hear like Ragnar talking. I don't know. And I still think with the show finishing with season 6, Travis needs to come back in some type of way. just, I don't know, even if it's just like a bit of a voiceover or, I don't know, man, a vision or something, you know? What? Have they really done her like that? Oh. It's like, shit, I thought Athelwulf's death was a bullshit one, but... Wow. Have they really did it like that? Wow. We all knew it was going to happen, but, like... Yeah, like I said, like, we all thought Athelwulf had, like, a bit of a shitty death, like...
She succeeded in her life's mission to see you become king. And then to secure your throne. She went through many, many trials and tribulations for you. You have a duty now to repay her love by becoming a great king.
Yeah. Wow. Didn't really like her, but shit, man. Come on. Come on, Uber. 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 I'm a little bit nervous, man. I'm not going to lie. This is going back to the battle. What happened to her face? Oh, don't do more visions, don't.
Your old life is dead. You must forget it. Don't worry. That is beginning of your new life.
The whole place is gonna smell now. Like, I can't stand the smell of burning hair. I think it's the most nastiest smell ever, man. Vile, like when you get like the smell, the taste on the back of your throat, like, oh, nah. God, that guy's a bit of a beast, isn't he? Take down. Ground and pound, come on. Be just like Daddy, get some headbutts in there. Oh. This has been actually a pretty good scrap. I like it. Oh. 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 That's real powerful, man, because he's all Christian now, you know? Go on, dude. What the fuck are you doing? Go on, Tori. Oh, fuck that, man. The dude was gonna interfere. Fuck him. Did the blade go the wrong way or something? Okay. Because that would have been some fucked up shit. It made it look like he was stabbing him, but yet fell back and the knife went in him or something.
The son of Ragnar has won!
Uber, Uber. That's fucking cool, man. But the fact, like, in that moment where he thought he was going to lose or die or whatever, he reached out to Odin and not Jesus Christ. You know what I mean?
Agatha. You're alive? As you can see, it is difficult to kill me.
What have you done with our child? With our son?
It's not my fault. You did this.
Where is my baby?
I don't agree with him hitting her, but it's about time he kind of stood up, you know. Well, not literally, you know, but I mean, like, about time he kind of, like, because she's been manipulating him for so long. It's about time he actually started to, like, step up to her. Like, puns every 5 seconds. But it is true. It's like she's been, like, manipulating him from the first moment, you know, like, it's about time he kind of, like, stood up for himself. I'll stop.
I warned you, Ironside! I warned you!
Wrong time of the year to sail, ain't it?
Jesus, save me, please! Oh, God, I pray! Help me, please!
Why would the Christian God save you?
Oh shit! That's a bit like Uber. How Uber was in like a moment of danger, like fear, and he reached out to his true God. Oh shit. What? Oh my God. Floki. No way. No way can that be the end of Floki like that. And the fact that there's a cross there means that Christians have always, like, they've already been on the land. Like, he went down into the cave to find the gods and he found a Christian god, like, or a symbol of a Christian god. Like, oh my God, man.
I know! They say that you are protected by the gods! And therefore, indestructible! But I don't think so. I think you bleed like any other man.
What? Shit. They're both fucking badasses, man.
You are both so stupid! You want the same thing. You want the crown of Kattegat. But you can't have the crown until you take it from Ivar. If you have to, fight later. Fight about Kattegat. Or whatever else you want to fight about.
It's like, yeah, woman's right, but yeah, sorry, man.
Did you know that your little brother was a Christian?
Come on, Bjorn, clock on. Like every scene this guy's in is like, I'm Viking, I'm Viking, I'm Viking, I'm Viking. Fuck off, are you, man? He's just willing to say and do everything he can just to like get some type of like revenge against Alfred and the whole Royal Kingdom and everything. You know what I mean? For casting him like to one side like he meant nothing. That's all it is. That's all it is. The kid's just salty as fuck. I'm Viking, I'm Viking. Shut up. Fucking annoying, man.
Here is your new world. The world that Ragnar Lothbrok promised you, and his son Uber has delivered to you. This is the beginning of something new for all of us. May your gods and mine bless and prosper this settlement, and may it lead to perpetual peace between all our peoples.
That's cool as fuck, man. That's actually really cool.
Ragnar, do you see this? Are you watching this? This is our dream.
Oh, man.
So once more, I embrace the true gods. The gods of my father. The gods of my people.
He's gonna have some nasty looking scars afterwards, man. And I mean nasty in a bad way. Like, it looks like he's got like a massive open wound on his fucking forehead. He's gonna look like a beast next season, man. But I like how this episode is dealing with a lot more to do with like people's religions and well, faith, and they're like, I guess you could say like losing faith.
You have proven yourself to be a good and wise King Alfred. There's no one better to lead your country forward.
If it's all right with you, Ube, I want to come with you. It's time for me to go home.
Go home? What, go to the settlement or home as in Kattegat? Hold on. Is Bjorn gonna go and see fix it? Because it looks like they're escorting him into like possible hostile territory. It's Fixit, right?
Hello.
Fuck yeah, man.
Bjorn. Where are you going with such a large army? To support Ivar, I suppose.
On the contrary, to attack him. To attack Kattegat with King Olaf, and with you, I suppose.
Ah, my brother! I am speaking for you! That those who want to destroy us know this. You will never overcome Kattegat. We will always defeat you. The gods are with us. The gods love us. We are the people.
See, Ivar's smart. He knows like people are coming, so he's like, get the Kattegat defenses up. Like, let's go because they're coming. Oh no! This was actually a really good episode to set stuff up. Like I said, like moving chess pieces in to like set up the finale. And in a way wrap up certain character storylines and everything. Like Judith's storyline obviously has come to an end. Like shit, we thought Athelwolf got fucking some shit when it came to his death and being took out the show. That was kind of a joke to me. That was like, the only acting she did was just turn her head over and just, that was it. Maybe that was the only way she could get paid for this episode, was to actually like do some acting. I don't know. Instead of just lying there. Yeah, but her storyline has come to an end now. For now, I guess you could say Alfred's storyline has kind of like reached a certain point where he's king. Everyone pretty much respects him. He's really got no threats as far as his brother anymore. He doesn't have to really worry about Vikings raiding. anymore, you know, like they've made peace with the Danes, they've got land, unless there's some possible conflict with that going into season 6. Maybe people in the Vikings settlement interfering and kind of like going past their borderline into other parts of England and conflict and stuff. There might be something there going into the future, but I don't know. That might kind of seem a bit petty. Then you would kind of go down the road of like what Floki's storyline has gone like for most of this season, with the settlements and people arguing between themselves. It'll be just kind of like petty little storyline compared to everything else that's happening, you know what I mean? So I can't really see that happening. So I think that's like kind of story arc has kind of been wrapped up now. Ragnar's dream and Lagertha's dream has kind of come true. They've got land and everything, so that's cool, man. So cool. Only other thing I could think of like what could happen with the England like storyline now is Alfred becoming a father. I'm really shocked that there wasn't any like little scene, a little bit of dialogue between Lagertha and Alfred about Athelstan and how like she knew his father and he was a good man and this, that, da. There should have been something. You know, like, I knew your father, and if he was here, I'm sure he would be proud of you. And, you know, like, just something. Bit of a missed opportunity there, if you ask me. But yeah, some storylines have been wrapped up now. Chess pieces have been moved for the Battle of Kattegat. Everyone's kind of on Ivar's doorstep, if you will. I'm still not too sure. I might have just been talking over it when it was said, but where is Uber going? Are they going back to the settlement now, or are they, like, going back to Kattegat? Knowing that's where Bjorn's gone and everything. And Lagertha said that she wants to go home. So is it Kattegat? I don't know, man. But with the way that Uber looks, Uber ain't in no way to fight. Like, he's all fucked up. He literally has like an open wound on the top of his head. Like, the fuck, man. I really hope, like, next season, to kind of make him look a little bit different, he's got some major scarring kind of going on to make him look like a real badass. And hopefully by next season, the top of his hair would have grown a bit longer so they could tie it back properly. Because right now it looks too short and the long bit on the back, it don't look right to me. The actor needs to grow his hair and then tie it all back so it just flows better, you know. But yeah, I can't see Uber joining the main battle. That might be just kind of like setting up an aspect of season 6 when they actually go back to Kattegat. And Bjorn will be reunited with Lagertha going into season 6. Because I think next episode is just going to be all the battle. Just all battle. Oh, and just to kind of clarify for people who probably don't know, I don't watch the previews. I've had a few comments for like the last few weeks of people saying, oh, have you watched the preview? You must have watched the preview before you did your little recap thing. No, I don't watch any previews. Even when like when I'm watching like other reaction channels, like I know RM Reactions, like their like last week's, They did the episode and then they started watching the preview and I just turned it off quick because I don't want to know. I want to go in blind. So I don't do previews. So yeah, just want to kind of clear that up in case anyone wants to comment that. Yeah, as far as Ivar and Freydis, I don't agree in like abuse towards women in any like shape or form, of course. But like this bitch, man. This bitch seriously needs to fucking back off. Like, she's been manipulating Ivar now for so long, twisting his head around, and I think it's about time he, puns once again, I think it's about time he stood up for himself. You know, stepped up and be a man. You know, basically like show her like who's really in charge, who's the king. But most importantly, to kind of let her know that he knows. You know what I mean? It's like, I know what you've done. I know how you've like manipulated and you've lied to me. I know what you've done. I know. You know what I mean? Just that. Just perfect. Perfect. Because as soon as that kind of happens, she loses power over him. Like that. And to kind of go back to what I said the other week about Ivar, how Ivar was always this nasty, savage kind of character, but yet there was this other side to him. The other side of the coin that only like people who kind of like cared about him, the only ones that he cared about actually saw that other side. You know, the side of him that cried to Floki how he feels alone, you know, that vulnerable side, the side to him that that has had to put up with all the shit of being a cripple his whole life, you know? That side of the kind that makes you, the viewer, feel sorry for him. I think that came out a little bit more in this episode because we know what's been going on. I actually still feel for him. You know, like the first few episodes of this season, he became kind of like a cartoon villain, just bad guy just for the sake of being a bad guy. But now they're starting to add more of that element, that other side of the coin to Ivor again, and I like that. I still think he's going to have a massive come down. I don't think they're going to kill him this season, of course. I think Ivor will lose the battle, and I think he will flee with some people. And maybe from there, that's when they go to Ireland, and that will be season 6, will be Ivor attacking Ireland and making it his, to kind of line up with actual historical proof that Ivor went to Ireland and everything. So I don't know. But yeah, like this episode really focused heavily on certain characters and their crisis of faith. And I kind of liked it how Uber and Magnus, they're kind of like mirrored to a certain degree. Like they were both kind of in danger. They were both kind of in fear for their life. And when push comes to shove, when shit hits the fan, who do they call out to? You know what I mean? Uber reached out to Odin because that's what he truly believes in. Not Jesus, not being a Christian, but Odin, the Allfather. That's what he reached out to. While Magnus goes around every fucking scene he's in, every bit of dialogue, he always says, I'm Viking, I'm Viking, I'm Viking. So annoying. But yet in that moment, he calls out to Jesus Christ to save him. I like that. I like how it kind of mirrored. And then the big one was Floki. Like, what does that mean? What does that kind of symbolize? That he found a cross and an old, like, couplet or chalice or something. Does it mean that Christians have been there before? And what does that mean as far as, like, historical stuff that Floki found Iceland and everything? Like, what does that mean if Christians have already been there? You know, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. But like thinking about it though, Athelstan in season 1, when we first got introduced to him and Ragnar asked him, like, how do you speak our language? Athelstan said that the church sends them out to spread the word of God. What if a little boat and some English Christians went out, got shipwrecked on this island, this land, and they found shelter inside of a cave and they made themselves a cross and that's where they stayed. And that's where they probably died. You know, if Floki was to explore the cave a bit more, he would probably come across a bunch of graves or like, you know what I mean? I just feel bad for Floki. It's like I keep saying it every week. It's like, he just keeps getting shitted on. If it ain't by the settlers, it's by his gods, you know what I mean? He's losing faith. Like I said, the whole thing about crisis of faith. Floki has been having a crisis of faith for a while now. So for him to go into like the depths of the cave, like I'm pretty sure he said it was hell or something, and he was going to be seeing the gods. And then in the depths of this cave, he comes across a symbol of Christian, you know, a symbol of Jesus Christ. It's like the gods are like laughing at him. Like, okay, this is kind of going into my own belief now, right? I believe that there is a power there. There is something, the powers that be, if you will. There is something, this higher power, there is something that we are all connected to. And whatever it is beyond anything we can ever truly comprehend. Because of course, because if we can understand it, it don't mean it's anything special. Like if us mere fucking mortals, a creature that is born, it lives and it dies, this fucking puny little thing can understand what that is, then it's not that fucking great. You know, I think it's beyond anything we can ever truly comprehend. It's like a fucking cat understanding how a fucking DVD player or a Blu-ray player works and how the laser works. And like most people watching this right now don't understand how their Xbox 360 works, let alone a cat. You know what I mean? So for us to understand that power, to me, we'll never understand it. But that leads on to religion. To me, religion is just mankind's interpretation of that great power. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you are worshipping Muhammad or you're worshipping Jesus Christ or you're worshipping Odin. Technically, we are all worshipping the same thing, just in our own way. That's all religion is. It's just our own interpretation of that great power. So with that being said, like if you apply that to this show and you apply that to Floki and maybe like Athelstan, okay? Floki and Athelstan are in a way very fucking similar. They were both passionate about their god and their love for their god. They just worshipped in two different ways. And in a way, it kind of goes back to what Ragnar always said about how Floki killed Athelstan out of jealousy. Maybe Floki was jealous of how Athelstan loved his god and worshipped Jesus Christ. You know, and deep down, Floki wished maybe he could worship like Odin and his gods in the same way, and that's passionate. Maybe it was jealousy. Like if you look at it from the standpoint of you as a god, right? And you have two disciples, two people who worship you with all their body and soul and everything, and one of them kills the other one. It's like, what are you doing? You both worship me. You both have love for me, but yet you kill that one because you're worshipping in two different ways. Like, it's fucking stupid. So maybe the gods are punishing Floki now for everything. While Athelstan was willing to embrace Viking culture, he was willing to love others and embrace. Floki just put up a wall like, nah, fuck you, I don't care, fuck you. You know, maybe that's it. Maybe that's the whole symbolism. And I don't know, man. I'm rambling on. It's just crazy how like he just saw the cross, he started giggling and laughing like, oh yeah, fuck me, right? Just fuck me, just yeah. Oh, Floki. Oh, man, I really want to watch the next episode right now, but I can't. We gotta wait, ain't we? I fucking hate this, man. But at the same time, it's the last one. It's the last one. Not the last one ever, but still the last one for now. Oh, man. Last one until probably about November of this year, right? End of November. I think they'll do the same thing again. They'll show season 6A November going through Christmas, New Year's. And then we'll go all throughout 2020. And then end of 2020 going into 2021. They'll show season 6B. I just want to see the battle now, man. I really do. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up, get this up for you guys as soon as I possibly can today, like always. So give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. All right, I've been SiTHFuRion. I'll catch you in the next one, man.